Is Wonder Woman 1984 streaming release on the table? So, anyway, a lot of films got delayed. I guess, as you know, the pandemic thing. A lot of things. One thing that just surprised, it hasn't really surprised me. So far, so far, Spider-Man 3 release dates pushed back again. It's kind of gone the same victim as the Wonder Woman. Hold on. One thing I kind of noticed is that I went through this. It's not really okay. It's kind of. I notice that there hasn't been really a lot of people listening to the show. Especially like that much. I mean, like, surprisingly, the show is doing great in India, which kind of surprises me. So, I love the India culture. I think Bollywood films are very fascinating. It's kind of funny though. Like Scott Steiner, who's a wrestler, he wrestled WCW with his brother Rick Steiner. He's in a Latin Bollywood type film, which it blew my fucking mind that Scott Steiner, who is, in my opinion, a national treasure to professional wrestling, is in a Bollywood type movie. It fucking surprises the hell out of me. And like we got. I'm looking at the Spreaker geolocation, which is for like statistics, which shows my, where is my listeners' country where they're from, and stuff, which is really cool and shit. Like India is like the most downloaded by 85%. United States, where I live, 9.55%. Australia, 2.55%. Israel, which is wonderful, which is, I think, really like a beautiful country. Which is really like a beautiful country. A place I would love to go to if I don't want to get killed. Mexico. Mexico is really cool. Like, I love luchador wrestling, which is, I love luchador wrestling, and I think it's really cool. United Kingdom, 0.64%. I was kind of hoping for like the number for like Social Network. So India, it's wonderful that you're listening. Like I always encourage people. When we're live, when I do the live show, I really want people. Like I always put it on like Instagram. So if anyone has an Instagram, please follow the show at Josh of Gotham, or Parler, which I am on Parler. I got kicked off of Twitter. Um, and yeah, I'm still. I got back on Twitter. I got kicked off. My account went to Twitter jail for the I think fifth time. Like I'm counting like fifth time because it's like the first account I went in a lot because I picked fights with people who say stupid shit on the Snyder Cut. You know, now it's like a new Twitter account. You know, and I'm really into like the conspiracy theory shit, and I love DC comics and stuff. But I've been getting into like this conspiracy theory shit, like the Q thing. Um, like I like this whole world has kind of gone fucking batshit crazy, like to the point of eating bat to cause it COVID. um, so for me, I've been like doing a lot of. I've been like, you know, you can follow me on Twitter. It's the same name at Josh of Gotham. Um, but I'm mostly like active on like I am active a bit more on Twitter than I am Instagram. So, and the reason I always keep saying like when I post like we're live, the show's live, come join Spreaker is because I can read the chats and interact with people. And like the past shows, like there hasn't been really anybody interacting with me, which sucks because I love talking to people, and I really want I really want people to be on Spreaker live, and if you can, I mean if you download the episodes and listen to it, like hey, it's cool, um, you know, Josiva app has been very red hot. Spotify, iHeartRadio, stuff like that. But it's really cool. Like Josiva, the show is like reaching a new audience, which I think is wonderful. Yeah, it's awesome. Like, and so like if anyone who is on if you get on Spreaker, we're we're always active and stuff. So please come join. I yeah I don't really. It's really cool. Like I am happy and stuff. So please, anytime you want, just come by and pop in and say hi and you know and stuff. So anyway, um, so Spider-Man 3 has been pushed back. The MCU Spider-Man. Um, it's been really kind of surprising that I mean it didn't reach like the the same insanity of pushback than Wonder Woman 84, which I've been waiting for it to come out. So Disney announced that they are delaying James Cameron's Avatar movies. I, it made me think of a joke I once said with James Cameron's Avatar. Like the amount of time it takes for like if I remember the joke, um, by the time James Cameron's Avatar movie comes out, a crazy pandemic or post-apocalyptic thing will happen. And guess what? So Cameron's movie, which was intended, Disney announced a delay, which the release date for Cameron's Avatar, which would be December 17th, 2021. Release for Avatar sequel is wide open, so Sony decided to push back the untitled Spider-Man 3 from November 5th to December 17th, 2021. I think it's a good thing. It gives it more time to, um, you know, time for the story. I'm using the term loosely because I'll be honest with you, the past Spider-Man films have been, for me, kind of boring. Um, I really don't care for the Tom Holland Spider-Man um, films. I never seen um, what was the fucking title for the sequel that they did? The Spider-Man Far From Home, I think it is, or Home. No, yeah, it is Far From Home. The first one was Homecoming. I never got to see Spider-Man Far From Home. I really have no interest in seeing it. So for the third one, Spider-Man Home with his homies. Um, that should be the title for it. I have no interest in really um, seeing it. I didn't see the second one. I didn't see Avengers Endgame. I did see Infinity War. Um, so I really have no interest in seeing the rest of the MCU films. I'll be honest with you. I'm not really a Marvel fan. I said it before to people. Like I don't really like. I'm not a Marvel fan. Like I seen the first Avengers movie. Um, I seen Age of Ultron. More like a week with Ultron. And the thing is, I have zero interest in seeing these films. I really just don't care, to be honest with you. So for me, if they push it back, hey, if they push it back. I just look at the positives. They're working on the story, and now Tom Holland is doing Uncharted, which I really like the Uncharted video games. I played it on the PlayStation 3. Um, I haven't played the last one they did, like the last Uncharted one on the PlayStation 4. I have a PS4, but I haven't gotten the Uncharted video games. Mostly like PlayStation games I've been playing is MLB The Show 20, um, the Batman Arkham Knight, which I really enjoyed. Um, I have it on Xbox One and I have it on PlayStation 4, which is kind of funny. Um, LA Noir, which I fucking love. Um, and I played Friday the 13th, which is really cool. Um, yeah, I mean, like I've been playing those. Like I played Saints Row, Saints Row 3 remastered, which I love Saints Row. So for me, I really enjoy them. I really haven't played. It's kind of funny though. I played the Star Wars Jedi game that they did, the Fallen Order, I think is what it's called. Um, I I'll be honest with you, I really didn't enjoy it. um, it's kind of funny that my oldest nephew, loves Star Wars. Like he said like it's one of the best Star Wars video games, and I'm just like, yeah, it's cool, but the OG Battlefront 2 is the best in my opinion. So I mean, and I got Spider-Man on PlayStation 4. Um, I'll give you my honest opinion. Like, if you love Spider-Man, this is a video game that's you're gonna enjoy. For me, it's cool. I still prefer the Arkham trilogy over the Star Wars. Oh, sorry, over the Spider-Man. Um, I did see the PlayStation 5. They announced the Spider-Man Miles Morales. Looks cool. I'm still waiting for I'm still waiting for the Batman video game, and I wish they would do Justice League. I wish they would do the Justice League Heroes remastered. I wish they would do it. It would be really cool and really, badass, for a, Justice League video game. So, I mean, for me, I wish they could do it. Um, like there's like several video games in my head that I wish they could do. Like, I wish they could do like a Flash video game, Superman video game, a Wonder Woman, God of War type video game. um, Gotham by Gaslight, most definitely. Um, yeah, I mean that'd be really cool though. Like, and I mean I also been playing DC Universe Online, which is pretty awesome. Like I seen they've redone everything, um, which is really cool. You know, for me, I wish they could do more for it. Like, um, I think it's really cool. I haven't played it in a while, so I might go back in and play it sometime. But I've been busy a lot, so I've been doing my own thing. So anyway, rumors that the flick will include the title, which will follow the two movies. Home Run has been rumored. Um, rumors that Peter and Spidey are on the run following the events from Far From Home, which saw Spidey's true identity revealed to the public. Peter is set up for the murder of Mysterio. It's claimed that Kraven the Hunter will hunt Spider-Man down, and Kraven's half-brother villain, Chamberlain, pretending to be Spider-Man, possibly making the wall crawler look even worse by committing crimes as a look-alike imposter. The two Spidey movies and the set in the MCU brought in over $2 billion. Tom Holland, who appeared in Civil War, Infinity War, Endgame, is also rumored for a Captain Marvel 2 and Avengers 5. Joe Watts will return. Zendaya is said to be back as MJ as well. Here's so far the release schedule for the MCU: Black Widow, November 6, 2020. Eternals, February 12th, 2021. Shang-Chi, May 7th, 2021. Untitled Spider-Man 3, December 17th, 2021. Thor, Love and Thunder, February 11th, 2022. Doctor Strange 2, 2022, March 25th. Black Panther 2, May 8th, 2022. Captain Marvel 2, July 8th, 2022. So, you know, so there's been a lot of delays. That's why the title's that. Such as Quiet Place 2, Top Gun Maverick delayed to get a next year release date. Quiet Place 2 has been moved from March 20th to September 4th. It is now moved again for April 23rd, 2021. Top Gun 2, Old Man on Jet. That's the title of it. That's what I'm going to call it because like Tom Cruise is like, what, 60? And he's now in a fucking jet. The release date was originally for June 24th, then also went vacant. Also had to vacated the December 23rd release and is now moved to July 2nd, 2021. Damn. Fast and Furious, of course, got moved. I watched a trailer of it again. I don't know what they're going for the fucking Fast and Furious film. I watch it and I gave a review. I took notes, by the way, folks. I took notes. And anytime I watch something, I give it the most natural reaction. So my natural reaction to it was this. From the trailer of this movie, it completely throws logic, physics, and gravity out the window. Can a car cross a fallen wooden bridge? Or be caught by a plane? In reality, no. But in the universe of Fast and the Furious, fuck yeah, it can. So that was my natural reaction to this this movie. And I just had to like stop and think about it. And it was just that. I mean, like when you watch a fallen bridge, like when I saw the movie, I forget which movie it was. Like they've done so many Fast and Furious films. I think it was seven. It had to be seven because Paul Walker was in it, or was it? Yeah, Paul Walker was in it. It was the one where they jumped from the fucking building to the other. When I saw that scene, I got up out of the theater and I was like, no, and I walked out. And I just walked out of the theater and I was thinking in my head, there is no fucking way on planet Earth that a car can jump from one building to the other, especially if it's a skyscraper buildings. My first thought is, how the fuck did the car get inside there? To get on top of the roof, how did it get inside? Like, I had so many questions. I mean, Batman and Robin scene where they go from, surfboarding out of Freeze's, missile thing to get back to Gotham makes more logical sense than a fucking car speeding from one building to the inside of another. Like, it's Batman. that's that's the only thing that can be said. This movie is just a bald dude and Paul Walker, God rest his soul, going, who are both inside a car going high speed to jump inside another building. Like, none of it makes any sense. None of it. So, for me, I just look at this film and I'm like, they just gave gravity and physics the middle finger. The only superpowers they have is family. like, like that's the only superpower they have, folks, is family. So anyway, one movie, one movie that has been pushed back so many times, it's like a sign from God saying this film should never be released, is New Mutants. The Disney Fox unleashed a New Mutants Comic-Con trailer confirming a theatrical release. Not a Disney Plus release, a theatrical release. Meaning this movie will never be fucking released. Anytime they say that this movie is going to be getting a theatrical release, this film will never be released. This movie is like the modern day Fantastic Four of the 90s. For those who don't know what that is, look it up. They did a documentary of it called Doomed, which was the movie that they did. They did this entire full-length feature Fantastic Four film. This was before the Jessica Alba Fantastic Four. This movie was done in the 90s. And it was supposed to be like the first ever like Marvel movie. Like the first ever like Marvel movie that would like open the doors for comic book films to be made, which it really wasn't. Um, that honor goes to like I think Punisher. Yeah, I think it was Punisher they did. So this movie got like made. Like they did this whole entire movie. And they did it basically for the guy who produced it to keep the rights for it. And they just like it was like a complete waste of time. And like this movie became so like cult following that it got like bootleg releases, and I think it's on YouTube now. Like you can watch like the full movie on YouTube, and it's sadly like not like the All American Massacre, which Toby Hooper's son did, a movie about Chop Top, which I wish they would complete. I wish they would just complete that. Chop Top was fucking awesome. Um, He's kind of like the best part of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. So this movie, Fantastic Four, like, um, I will say this: it's better than it's better than the one that was like done, the last one with Michael B. Jordan and all. Like it was better than that. And I will say this: like Doom is like very accurate looking. um, so they did this movie, and this movie got like it never got released. So it's like it got like bootleg copies, like sold at like Comic Con and like all these things. Like it was like a bootleg copy. It was like this movie that was like a top secret, never been talked about, never been released type thing. And they finally like, I think somebody like who did like editing and stuff like got a hold of it and decided to like re-edit, recolor, refix the sound, and gave it like this love that it deserved. And like, is the movie kind of campy and cheesy? Yeah, it was the '90s. I mean, you got to remember, like, for those who like trash on the movie by saying it looks like shit, it's crappy, it's campy. Remember, the thing that they used, the same costume design and everything, was the same type of look and everything they did for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I'm not saying that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 is shit. It's not. I love that movie. It's a classic. The third one was shit. You know, the third one sucked. I'm sorry. Like, I love time travel and shit, but that movie, that movie was awful. So, um, so the New Mutants kind of falls in the same category as Fantastic Four, and I even said it like once, like this movie is the modern Fantastic Four of the '90s. Never been made, never been released. So it sucks though. Like the hold on, let me get some to drink. I've been talking like nonstop. Green tea, folks. That's what I've been drinking. I've been drinking green tea and water like too much. So anyway, originally like this movie, like when they talked about making it, the movie was supposed to be like this horror movie type thing, and it never got. I think they changed it up a bit. Like the bad thing about this movie. So anyway, the bad thing about it is like this movie has been. Let's see. Let me look at the research of it. I want to get my information correct before you know before I talk about it. The New Mutants. All right. This movie. Principal photography began back in 2017. 2017 is when this movie started. Principal photography, and um, so let's see the release date, the planned shoots. They shot this movie. Principal photography began in 2017. They were doing plans for reshoots back in 20. Um, in January 2018, the film's release date was pushed back to February 2019 to allow Deadpool 2 to be moved. And again, Fox delayed it. So, yeah, this is just. All right, let's look at the release. See, Mutants was scheduled to release in the United States in August 28th, 2020, but it was originally set to be released April 13th, 2018, but it was delayed in February 2019 to avoid Deadpool 2. Then to August 2nd, 2019 to avoid Dark Phoenix. It was delayed to April 3rd, 2020 by Disney after the studio acquired Fox, and Disney removed it from its Disney schedule in March of 2020 due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The film was Disney rescheduled the film for August 28, 2020, 2 months later. Various delays. Online commentators referred to the film as a curse, laminating it bad luck. There was plans for a trilogy. Jesus. There was plans for a trilogy, which means the future trilogy, the second one and the third one, release dates unknown, probably delayed. This film, yeah, and the thing about it is I feel bad. I do. Not really. But I feel bad for the cast. I do. I feel bad for them. You know, I do. I feel bad for director Josh Boone, who is a really good director, who is doing the 10-part miniseries The Stand, based on the Stephen King Stand novels. The Stephen King Stand novel. And this film has just been pretty much a curse. That is the most accurate term. This film has never been like. Here's the thing about it. This film has been on the shelf since 2018. 2018. This film has been on the shelf. Never seen the light of day. And I honestly feel bad for the people who were involved in it. And the thing about it is, like, the people who funded it, I feel bad for, because when you do a movie, you borrow money from the bank to fund this movie, and once you're done with it, you're supposed to make money back to pay back the bank interest, the loan and interest. Nobody's been paid for this film, like, except the cast and crew. They've been paid. They got their paychecks and stuff. But the people who funded it, the people who produced it, can't pay back anything. Like, they're just like, well, shit, we gotta rob, Peter to pay Paul, who's gonna pay Simon and Garfunkel. Like, everybody's been pretty much screwed over by the studios and stuff. I mean, seriously, why delay this film that could possibly been better than Dark Phoenix? To instead get Dark Phoenix, which, let's look at Dark Phoenix real quick. Alright, Dark Phoenix. The budget for Dark Phoenix was $200 million. The box office, $252.4 million. So they made back pretty much a small percentage of what they could have made. They made back $52 billion. And this movie's been panned, dubbed the worst film pretty much ever. Ain't arguing with anybody on that one. So, let's see. takes place after X-Men Apocalypse, which was directed by Bryan Singer, who has been... Bryan Singer's kind of a shady person. Like, the dude is completely messed up. So, so yeah, and he did the show The Gifted, which I heard about that show. Did like 2 seasons and it got canceled. Legion was pretty good. I enjoyed Legion. Um, it sucks that it got canceled as well. It's about David Haller, known as Legion, who is the son of Charles Xavier, which was it was like one of those shows that it if it was on like if it was on like Hulu or Netflix, it would have done far better. Um, but it got canceled like yeah after 3 seasons. Huh, it's on DVD and Blu-ray. I might buy those. I haven't watched it in a while, so yeah. And he did Superman Returns. I got to talk about that one. I I have I always defend um, the Snyder cut, the Snyder Superman. It's always like it's one of those things. Like I always got annoyed with people who trash on me the Snyder cut. So so anyway, let's get to yeah, let's get to the next one. This was interesting. This one's very interesting. Robert Rodriguez, one of my favorite directors. Machete 2. Still waiting for the third one, dude. Come on. Robert Rodriguez is doing his new superhero film, and he announced at Comic Con at Home, the We Can Be Heroes director revealed his Netflix superhero film will feature the return of Shark Boy and Lava Girl. One of the worst films I've ever seen. And I love Sin City. Rodriguez did Sin City, which I love those films. I really hope. I remember Frank Miller said to John Schnepp, the late John Schnepp, may he rest in peace, that he wanted to do a Western comic, a Sin City origin Western comic. And I remember hearing that, and in my mind I was like, "Shut up and take my money, dude! Like, take my money. I want that. Like Frank Miller doing a Western comic. Fucking take my money. Take my life savings." Give me that comic. I want that comic book because I love westerns. I am a huge fan of western films like Stagecoach, Rio Bravo, El Dorado, Tall in the Saddle, which is a classic John Wayne western, um, True Grit, the original True Grit with John Wayne, Rooster Cogburn and the Lady, The Shootist, Unforgiven, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Like I fucking love westerns, and hearing Young Guns and Young Guns 2, which is about Billy the Kid. Emilio Estevez played Billy the Kid, which was really good film. But hearing Miller talk about wanting to do a Western comic, I was just like, take my money, man. I know a lot of people always criticize Frank Miller. They always say like, he should retire. He should do, comics anymore. His, Batman Year One and Dark Knight Returns are, you know, trash. And it's like, fuck you people. Like, fuck off. If you don't like it, don't read it. All right. I always say this to people. If you don't like something, don't buy it. Don't read it. Like I didn't like the way Tom King was doing Batman after issue 50, and I didn't buy a Batman comic. I was like, I don't like it. I'm not buying it. Bendis, like when Bendis took over Superman, I like Tamashi's run on Superman and Dan Jurgens' run on Action Comics. I didn't buy Superman comics. I just don't. I don't like something, I ain't gonna buy it. Like the last Batman comic I bought for a while. I enjoy Tinian's run on Batman, and like one Batman comic I really enjoy is the Smile Killer. And I haven't bought comics in a while because my comic shop has been dealing with the protest riots, all that shit, and the pandemic thing. Like they had to like do their thing, and they had to do delivery for a while, so I wasn't able to like go in there, comics and stuff. Sorry, and then I knocked over stuff and tried to pick it back up. So for me, it's like I enjoy Miller's run. I found his Superman comic very funny. Uh, like Superman, Superman. I'm not making this up. Superman having sex with a mermaid was hilarious. And I'm thinking in my head, like, how the fuck did... like, that shit cracked me up. I was, like, laughing hysterically at it. And I thought it was amusing. So, for me, like, Miller just has it... I love the one joke I once said on a past episode of the show where I wish I was the fly on the wall of DC editors reading Miller's script for Superman Year One, and they got to that part, and like the dude who's like the editor is like calls up the other editor, like, you have to come in here, you have to read this. What is it? Miller's Superman. You just have to read it. And the editor comes in and he reads it, and like he looks at the editor like, is that really? Yeah. Bob, Jim, come here, you gotta read this. And they go and they come in, they read the script, and like, did he really put that in there? It's in the script. Janet, Molly, come here, you gotta read this. And they come in and they read the script. I'm like, the fuck is this? like that to me was just brilliant. And I bought that comic because if I want to read something, I'm depressed, and I'll just read that part and I feel better. Just like, and I love the part where Superman, like afterwards, is like walking under the ocean, like, yeah, I fucked that mermaid. So anyway, yeah, if they ever do another Superman movie, they should get Miller to come in as a consultant. Like, But anyway, back to Robert Rodriguez. Robert Rodriguez's superhero film for Netflix saying "We Can Be Heroes." I take it that's a line from Bowie's song. According to Rodriguez, the movie will not only feature an original cast of characters, but you will see the return of certain superheroes duo from his past, Shark Boy and Lava Girl. I wonder if he's going to get like the wrestler Shark Boy. Like I remember Shark Boy the wrestler had to like he trademarked the name Shark Boy and he sued. But anyway, due to during Collider's directors on directing panel at Comic-Con at home. I didn't even know Collider was still around. I thought they shut down. Rodriguez discussed the film We Can Be Heroes, which follows children of Earth's superheroes who must rise to the occasion, learn to work together, and learn to be heroes themselves when their parents are kidnapped by aliens. We have a huge cast, he said. Shark Boy and Lava Girl even show up as heroes, superhero parents, who now have a daughter who's got shark and lava powers. She's like 6. This film sounds like shit. I'm sorry. Like, I know it's a kid's movie, but this movie sounds like shit. Am I going to watch the movie? No. I wonder if they're going to bring back the original cast, which is Taylor Lautner and Taylor Dooley. Makes you wonder. No official word if Lautner will be. Dooley looks incredible. She stepped into her own sequel as Lava Girl. There's no word yet if Lautner will reprise his role. Huh. I don't know. I don't know if he's done much. I mean, like, you imagine like the Twilight reunion, like Lautner's like, yeah, I reprised my role as Shark Boy, and Robert Pattinson's like, well, I play Batman. I don't know. I don't know if I'll watch the movie. I mean, I've watched like Netflix's Unsolved Mysteries, which I just enjoyed. I love unsolved mysteries. Like I'm into that conspiracy theory and mysteries and stuff. Like the last episode they did, which is set in my home state of Missouri. When I saw the title and it said Missouri, I was like, shit. like when I saw that, I was like, ah, shit. Like, really? Like, who got killed this time? And it was a really fucked up mystery. Like when I watched it, like when they brought up the mom murdering the dad and stuff, I was like, yeah, I definitely believe that. And the daughter who I think had to help clean up and dispose the body and stuff, which is really fucked up, disappeared. And the mom took the daughter's son and raised it as her own son. Like she had the boy call her mom and stuff. Like when I saw that, I was like, that is fucked up shit. It's definitely from Missouri. Um, like I just it was really like the first episode is a total mind fuck of an episode. Like the dude like goes through the roof and lands in a building and nobody knows how he got there. And nobody can explain how his phone and glasses did not get damaged. Like when I saw that, I was just like, that is fucked up. And I just, I can't explain that. Like that was just like one of those crazy things. So anyway, it's time to wrap up the show. We went longer than expected. Um, I know a lot of people are like, well, you used to do an hour. Like now, I just don't really feel like doing an hour show. Nothing against anybody. It's just like I'm very busy nowadays. Continuing writing stuff like that and research and stuff. Like I really kind of like get really into like doing stuff like research and stuff. So anyway, I'll be back tomorrow. We will do another show. Hope everybody stays safe. And I'll see y'all tomorrow.